International Observe the Moon Night is a day each year that we invite everyone on Earth to observe the moon, to learn about lunar science and exploration, and to honor personal and cultural connections to the moon. It's a great time to look at the moon because the moon will be high in the sky at sunset and it will be a first quarter phase. This means that half of the moon will appear light and half of the moon will appear dark to us Earth observers. And some of the best places to look at the cratered landscape of the moon is along that line between day and night. I also love looking at the moon on this day in particular because I know people around the world are observing with me. Yes, that's right. We will be streaming International Observe the Moon Night programming on NASA TV from 5:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Eastern. This broadcast will feature content from NASA centers and NASA affiliates across the United States. It'll include a tour of the Astromaterials Lab at NASA's Johnson Space Center, where our Apollo samples are stored. It will also include a virtual tour of the moon, lunar artwork, tips for photographing the moon, and if you have a question about the moon, you can send it to us using the Ask NASA hashtag, and NASA scientists will be answering questions throughout the broadcast, on the broadcast and on social media. We hope you'll join us. We accomplished a tremendous amount through the Apollo program. We collected information about the moon and samples that we're still analyzing and learning from today. With the Artemis program, we're going to explore new and diverse areas of the moon. We'll investigate ices trapped at the lunar poles. We'll learn about planetary processes that shape our moon, our Earth, and moons and planets throughout the solar system. And through Artemis, we're going to establish a sustained presence on the moon, which will help us take the next giant leap onto Mars. So the moon is a more dynamic place than we expected to find. With the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, we are watching the moon changing before our eyes. We've found unusual terrains that we don't fully understand yet. We're watching new impact craters form. We found a place at the moon's north pole that is colder than Pluto. And we're finding ice in these super cold places, which could hold records of what's been happening on the moon for a really long time. And these are places that we'd really like to explore, learn more about, and could be a resource to our astronauts. Yes, the first quarter moon is a great phase for observing, and special for this weekend because of how the moon and Earth are positioned in their orbits at this time. We'll be able to peek a little farther around the edge of the moon than we are typically able to do, which means we'll be able to see some features that are usually on the far side of the moon. We'll be able to see the locations of every Apollo landing site, lots of lunar mare or cooled seas of lava, the dark patches that we see on the near side of the moon, and some spectacular lunar craters and landscapes. We'll show you a lot of these features that you can look for and describe them for you on moon maps available on our website. Absolutely. You can join a global conversation and share your experiences of observing the moon using the Observe the Moon hashtag on any social media platform that you like. We will also have moon maps and a viewing guide and recommended activities, maps of observers participating around the world, including you if you'd like to join us, social media shareables, and so much more on our website, moon.nasa.gov/observe. I hope you'll join us.